Condemned for beating a partner at ping-pong. I am not the oop. Oop is you. 770. Yes sir. Condemned for beating a partner at ping-pong. Originally posted to our law school. Terms. SA equals student associate. 2L equals second year. Original post June 10, 2022. I'm a rising 2L SA at a larger mid-sized firm, and one of the partners hosted a ping-pong tournament at his house for anyone who wanted to join. Apparently this firm has had several of these tournaments in the past. And a different partner, who is very high up and well respected, has been the reigning champ of the firm. Well, I grew up playing ping-pong as I had a table in my house for a very long time. I'm certainly no professional, but I'd like to think that I may be better than the average person who didn't grow up playing like I did. Anyway, I made it to the championship and had to face this partner. Wasn't very scared. I ended up giving him the smackdown. 217W. We shook hands afterward and celebrated with everyone. And I thought everything was cool. Fast forward to now, a week later, and this guy hasn't spoken to me since. Every time we cross paths in the office he looks at me and looks the other way. Some of the other partners have begun to shy away from me as well. It seems pretty obvious to me that I'm being shunned. Did I screw up my return offer? Was this guy just never really that good to begin with and people just let him win to preserve his ego? Should I have gone easy on him? To be fair, I'm AKJD and this guy is easily approaching 70 years old. How do I fix this? Never imagined I'd become the office pariah for being good at something. TLDR. Smacked a partner at ping pong and now I'm the office pariah. Edit. Feel like I'm entitled to a return offer. How else could I defend my title? Relevant comments. End cognito. Either 1. Your partner is the Michael Scott of law. If so, run. 2. You may have not been the most graceful winner and it rubbed him and maybe others the wrong way. IDK. Check yourself. 3. Or just maybe, you are being a bit paranoid. Like we are all prone to be. And everything is okay. Asamosity 0. This is it. We need to know how Op was. If Op wasn't like, in your face. I can't believe you ever won. People must have been letting you win. Then it's probably 3. As an anecdote, back when I was a SAW, a partner hosted a gathering at their house. Their son, who was like 10 maybe, was walking around challenging people to chess. This one guy went and played chess with the kid and just unceremoniously beat the kid and then was like, I was president of the chess club in college. The rest of us were kind of floored. But it was hilarious. Anyway, he got an offer, despite even some of the showboating. And the partner was not upset in the slightest. Update 1 year later, July 27, 2023. If you haven't read this post from my SAW last summer, please do so because I'm trying to figure out how to move forward with this firm situation. TLDR for that post. I destroyed a partner at ping pong during my SAW last summer and the whole office seemed to dislike me afterwards as if I did something wrong. I actually ended up getting a return offer last summer, which is good news. So I returned to the firm this summer for my 2L SAW and had a great time overall. Except for that one ping pong partner being there. The office decided to have the annual ping pong tournament at the end of the summer this year. So I had to deal with that partner's insufferable energy the entire time leading up to it. Last summer after I beat him, he would just look at me and walk the other way. But now he just scowls at me. Whenever I see him he will literally follow me with his eyes until the second I turn a corner. Without saying a word. One time I experimented and took a peek back around the corner. And his eyes were still locked onto mine. Some of the other partners were telling me that he has spent this entire past school year harrying everyone in the office about how much he's been training. and he has been challenging the attorneys to ping-pong matches one by one so that he can continuously assess his improvement. Well, the big day finally came. This time, the partner hosted the tournament at his own house. I'm guessing he wanted even more people to watch him lose again, because this time, it seemed like almost the entire office showed up for the tournament. Support staff, spouses, children. There were so many people that everyone couldn't fit in his basement. So we had to set up a camera and stream the matches on his living room TV upstairs. While watching others play, he whispered in my ear and told me that I would have to get through him before receiving a post-grad offer. Of course, him and I ended up being the remaining two players to face each other for the championship. Seems like everyone purposefully lost just to see us play. Like I said before, I grew up playing ping pong, so I'm generally not worried about my chances of beating someone. But I'll admit that his menacious looks did start to get in my head a bit this time around. Nonetheless, I did win the championship again, 2,118, and received a return offer. But he put up a genuine fight that had me on edge throughout the entire game. It's actually scary how much he improved in just 1 year. Again, this guy is around 70 years old. Gotta admire the dedication at that age. After the game, he shook my hand with a stern look and said that he's not retiring until he reclaims his title. Honestly, I have too much pride to ever let this man beat me at ping pong. So here's the dilemma. I haven't accepted the offer yet, because I'm a good person. I'm wondering whether I should just reject the offer and move on. I'd never be able to live with myself if this guy dies as an employee of this firm. But TBH, he will most certainly pass away at this firm if I accept the offer. I do plan on aiming for partner. Should I just reject the offer? Don't people deserve to retire and live a little before passing away? TLDR for this post. I beat the partner again and I'm trying to determine whether to accept the postgrad offer. This is a repost sub IAM, not the OOP. OOP has the wrong fear. The partner has not reached his final form. Next year this man is going to absolutely destroy him at ping pong. OOP has made it clear he's got some pride on the line. Is he ready to get his ass handed to him on a ping pong paddle every summer for the rest of this guy's life? It's a serious concern. Offer to play him more for practice. Have monthly games. Bond with the partner. Have your career accelerated. Marry his granddaughter. Before partner yourself. Inherit his stuff. Still a better story than Suits. Also hilarious in the dilemma. I can't tell if the old guy enjoys his rivalry with OOP or not. As long as the guy isn't giving him a hard time at work. I genuinely want to see the both of them duke it out for a couple more years before the old guy makes a comeback. He retires happy, and the two of them become friends who occasionally have a match. I'd never be able to live with myself if this guy dies as an employee of this firm. But TBH, he will most certainly pass away at this firm if I accept the offer. He's not an employee of the firm. He owns part of the firm. In any event, this dude is overthinking it. Realistically, a lot of those guys end up soft retired anyways, where they keep showing up to their office when they feel like it and pretending to work. I wouldn't stress it. Also, saying you intend to make partner at this specific firm is, counting your chickens before they hatch. Most people I graduated from law school with have moved jobs at least once and aren't doing anything remotely close to what they planned. Sometimes to other bigger or smaller firms. Sometimes into the government, in-house, or clerkship. You really have no idea where it's going to take you. I had to go to their page to check. But in OOP's response to the comments about their demeanor after they won, they said they were pretty modest about it. So, IDK? I guess the older guy is just really competitive. Or he's a weirdo. 2,118 at 70 year against a guy 1/3 of his age. I think the partner is already a winner even if his ego rejects it. Why does it suddenly turn to a matter of life and death at the end? What kind of ping pong are they playing? I get the impression that this old guy was playing the long game. For some reason I don't think he was actually upset. I think it was all intimidation tactics to improve his chance of breaking Oop down over the year. And improve his chance of winning the next time. But I kinda think it was all in good fun in a boomer kinda way. Like it was his way to test Oop. And push him to see how dedicated and steadfast he is, but for OOP's benefit. IDK. Boomers have a weird way of trying to encourage you without being direct. And psychologically screwing you up in the process. I think the old guy actually really respected Oop for it. And wanted to see how he handled the pressure. Can confirm I have boomer parents. And a boomer boss. The op just gave him a reason to stay fit and live at the age of 70. Take the offer and report here after each tournament. Saw as summer associate or, rarely, student associate, not senior associate, a rising 2L, finished 1L year, just entered 2L, would not be called a senior associate. Law school can be strange, huh? Oop needs to invest in their own ping-pong table and practice year-long as well. Then he can say he's going to quit a month or two before the tournament each year to bait raises and promotions out of the stubborn old man who hasn't beaten him yet. This was hilarious. 10 out of 10. I expected the usual, why was I no offered? I did everything right, followed by the standard clarifying comment like, okay, I did pour a beer down. A partner's white silk blouse and yell, wet t-shirt contest. But everyone seemed cool the next day. Wait, is Op saying that if he takes the offer it means a ping-pong battle every year and the stubborn old man won't want to retire so he can try to finally beat him? Lol. That would be crazy if the old man ended up croaking after getting beat by Op at ping-pong with everyone watching. Little does Oop know they're going to absolutely be hired and kept around for as long as this guy is there. He's not going to let his chosen ping-pong nemesis go so easily. Man, I wanted them to jog through the hallways in bathrobes blasting Eye of the Tiger. So good it reads like an episode of Boston Legal. Oop is playing this wrong. Just play old dude regularly as an icebreaker. And he'll run out of puff quickly melting face.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.